Sarah Palin went on Fox News with Jesse Waters to bash Joe Biden over the good thing he did, which is pulling out of Afghanistan, withdrawing from Afghanistan. And she reminded me of just how big of a doofus she is and how terrible it was to have her on the national scene when she was John McCain's running mate. So look at the line of attack that she ends up using here. Not against Biden, but against Kamala Harris, who they figure is really making the decisions.
Kamala's been plotting. She's had a little jaunt to Vietnam. She's got a little distance between herself and this disaster in Afghanistan. Now she's back stateside. Biden's wounded politically. What do you think's going through her mind right now?
She's probably all giddy thinking, oh, good, here's my chance. But really, she is a giggly, girly lightweight in the White House alongside blundering Biden. And that's a shame. She, I think, unfortunate for her, doesn't have a whole lot of support, even within her own party. Yeah, in that inner circle of the real movers and shakers in the Democrat Party, the far, far left, the socialists, they like her because they know what she has in store for America. But she wouldn't have a really easy road to hoe either.
She says the far, far left, the socialists, love Kamala Harris. I'm never not amazed at how they get these people on to comment on politics and they don't know absolutely nothing about politics. You know, she's totally unfamiliar with the left landscape and who's supported by who. At this point, shit, Biden has more support among the left and socialists than Kamala Harris does. Kamala Harris reportedly said when the Afghanistan withdrawal happened and the Taliban took over Kabul, she reportedly said, like, they're not going to pin this shit on me, because she felt like they pinned the border on her. And so she was getting the flack for the border. And she reportedly said that. Now, to be fair, this was a right-wing source who generally, I think, is a hack and has a history of getting stuff wrong. So don't take that to the bank. But yeah, Biden actually withdrawing from Afghanistan is gaining him more left support and far, far left support and socialist support than anything Kamala Harris ever did, ever. If you'll remember, during the campaign in the primary, she initially started out pretending to be like Bernie, except she had the benefits of being both a person of color and a woman. And so she was right tied up there at the top. And the second she sort of backed away from Medicare for All and these progressive economic policies, she plummeted. And, I mean, think about it, man. She had such an advantage and was considered one of the best from when she launched, and then she squandered it all. The worst thing she did was lean into her whole campaign became about banning Trump from Twitter. And that's when she really started nosediving, and people saw her as very unserious. The only reason she was even picked by Biden is because the establishment media loves her. But it's so funny how Sarah Palin conflates, like, corporatists and the establishment media and the leadership of the Democrats. She conflates that with, quote, the far, far left, the socialists. No, every socialist I know despises Kamala Harris, and they despise her record. I mean, remember, this is a person who was very tough on crime and laughed at the idea of legal marijuana in 2014. This person has no left support. So the one argument that the right-wingers make that's true is actually she doesn't have a lot of support, period. But the fact that Sarah Palin conflated socialists with the establishment says everything you need to know about Sarah Palin. She thinks they're one and the same. She thinks that, like, the people who really run the country and really run the Democratic Party, they're socialists. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? It's not remotely correct. They're corporatists. So there you have it. That's Sarah Palin. Sarah Palin contributing to the conversation here. Now, initially, the conversation was about Afghanistan. Of course, she said everything that you would expect her to say. She doesn't really espouse a position. She just goes after Biden. People are really unmasking themselves with the whole Afghanistan situation. Because you had people, Sarah Palin's not one of these people, but there were some people nominally on the right who said, I'm in favor of withdrawing from Afghanistan. Then when Biden actually does it, all of a sudden they turn. You had Josh Hawley calling for Biden to resign over this. Meanwhile, he initially prodded Biden, you better stick to Donald Trump's May 1st deadline and get out of Afghanistan by then. Don't extend it. So it doesn't matter. They'll attack him any way they can. The actual principle, the actual issue doesn't matter. The substance doesn't matter. They don't have a real position on any of it. Their position is Democrat bad, Biden bad. And I'm just going to fling mud and hope something sticks. That's their whole thing. That's their whole thing. And so they're just such hacks. I don't know how people don't see that they're flipping on a dime. I have no interest in what these people have to say. And at this point, I'm totally unsympathetic to anybody who's getting brought in by this totally unintelligent commentary and principled lack of principles and goofy stands for nothing at all. Like blundering Biden. You call him blundering Biden because he did the right thing, and as a result of that, Afghanistan fell apart when it was going to fall apart anyway. So go back in the woods, Sarah. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to see you. And Jesse Waters is one of the least charismatic men in America. Only Wolf Blitzer is less charismatic, but his frat boy douche vibes keep him on the air over at Fox.